Sup, y'all? Guys, I've been busy on Facebook Marketplace again. You're not going to believe what I've picked up. Come and have a look. Yes, that's right. The KLX 110. Have a look at this little bad boy over here. So I've got one question. What do I need to do to make this thing a CRF killer? Killer! So I'm not entirely sure exactly what we need to do to this so that it becomes a CRF killer. However, we've got something that we can directly compare it to, so we're going to do it. So I bought this little thing as a non-runner. I took some engine starter fluid. It started right up on that. I haven't had a chance to look through the carb, the air filter, none of that. But when I was loading the bike up, it actually had no fuel in it. So let's go ahead, throw some fuel in it. The only thing that I have done is pump up the back tire. That was flat when I picked it up. So I haven't ridden it, haven't done anything to it, but we're going to get it running in this episode. If this is all that was wrong with the bike, I'm going to laugh my head off. But let's see. Put in some fuel, try give it a few kicks. If we don't come right, I'm going to open the airbox, give the carb a clean in the ultrasonic cleaner. I think that's going to sort that out. And then guys, in the comments, I'm going to need to hear from you. What mods do I need to do to this thing? I think we're going to make this a multi-part series. Try and make this 2005 KLX a 2021 CRF killer. Let's see. Obviously the CRF is fuel injected. This has a carb. This makes it a little bit cheaper to modify. Does this thing have a choke? Hey, there it is. There's the choke. Big stand up. You know what, let's put a little bit of that starter fluid in just to get it initially running. Okay, a little spray in there. Okay, not a good sign. Although looking at the front of the carb now, it is dirty. I think we'll warm up the ultrasonic, get it in there. Oh, almost. Okay, let's give this carb a clean, take it from there. Now if you've been following the channel for a couple of years, you'll know I love my Kawasaki's. I've still got my 1993 KDX 125, still going like a little machine. What a cool bike. Just the way they build the Kawasaki's is awesome. Oh, there we go. That's one of the first things that's coming off. Actually, it's coming off right now. We'll have a peek into the mysterious things that are in here just now. Let's first get this carb out. That thing is nasty. Let's see if we can get a little shot through the front here. Man, you'd think I'd learn by now. Put gloves on a bit sooner. Anyway, it's all good. The intake's actually looking really clean. Got the dirty boy out. One, two, three, and that is idle. Okay, one turn out for fuel. Check this. Okay, this is officially the worst I've ever seen a carb. That's just absolutely filthy in there, filthy there. And if you had to see what came out of this while I was busy, look at this. Okay, we got the ultrasonic cleaner running. While that runs, I have a feeling that fuel tank is full of dirt because what I saw there was like clay sort of mud. So I have a feeling the tank itself is going to need a clean. But first, let's pull apart the airbox and see what that air filter is looking like. Check out the state of that airbox. Alright. I mean, it's dirty, but it's not too bad. Put a foam filter cleaner. Oh, just tore apart. Chuck it in the trash. This foam filter cleaner cuts through that, whatever that filter oil is, like magic. Yeah, nice and soupy. Okay, carb's being cleaned, air box is clean, air filter, trash unfortunately. I'll make a new one though, I've got the foam for it. So I think in the meanwhile, let's go ahead, take this fuel tank off, give that a rinse out, because even when I moved the petcock to 0, it was actually still flowing fuel, so potentially there's even some mud in the little fuel tap there. So right off the bat, we're going to be changing the foot pegs. I've got new grips with a little cam in it, so hopefully that fits the KLX, because I'm not too sure if that fits. If not, I'll 3D print one like I did for my other 110 over there. There we go. So I assume all the plastics pretty much need to come off to take tank off. I did notice this plastic on the right side is a little bit, well, I want to say bent, but it's just not following the perfect line of the tank. I have a feeling the little metal brace is a bit bent, so we'll just bend that out like 5mm, and that should make the fitments of that one much better. This back plastic was also loose, so when we put everything back together, we'll bolt it right up. Don't even know what's holding that in place. Is there anything holding it? 1 out of 4 screws. Oh yeah. Look at that corrosion down there. How dirty is the tank itself? Since I put fuel in there, we may as well use that to clean things out. Okay, that's great news. There's some bits in there, but not much. Okay, the fuel's definitely just a tinge darker than it normally is. This is 93 octane where I live, and it is this color. What color is your fuel in your country? Let me know in the comments. We're going to throw this in the ultrasonic cleaner quick as well. State of the chain. I want to know from you guys, I want to make this into a modded pit bike. So what mods would you recommend? I don't want to go ahead and, you know, stick on a huge big bore kit and then the rideability is not as nice. So what would you recommend? I see there's a 143 big bore kit, I think a 170. If you add a stroker to that, you can go to a 198cc. I mean, that would be insane. If I could do a video on that, that'd be really cool. But I need you guys' support as well. So definitely like the channel. Let me know in the comments what mods you recommend I do on this. We can always build it up. We can start with a smaller kit and move our way up. But we can't, once we're big, we can't go backwards because we have to machine the cases. So that's where a little bit of experience is going to come in, and that's where you guys come in. In this episode, we're just going to get it running again, hopefully do a top speed soon so that we can directly compare to the fuel injected CRF 110. But in future videos, obviously, we're going to start tricking it out. I want to add wider foot pegs, taller bars, nice set of triple clamps. I've already actually got that. I'll show you guys that just now. Tall seats, all the nice little things that make it really comfortable to ride. You guys that follow the channel will know I do a bit of motocross and enduro riding with my CRF. But this one, I want to keep it a woods bike, more enduro bike. I'm not going to harden the suspension too much. I want that comfortability getting a little bit older, you know. So while the ultrasonic's busy finishing up on the carb, let's get this into wash bay and get it back up to pristine condition. So it actually doesn't look too bad from the side. But when we see the actual nitty gritty of it, it's not looking so good. So let's go ahead, give that a good clean. The front brake is also terribly adjusted. I mean, that should be there. So there's that play. Going to sort out whatever's going on with the throttle. Back brakes have also just been tightened and tightened. I see usable range is still within, so maybe that one's alright. Let's give it a good clean. So yesterday we ended off with pulling the carb out of the ultrasonic cleaner. I then just took the compressor, blew out all the passages, dried everything up. I didn't want anything corroding overnight. So that's what we're starting with today. Let me show you the results. Main body of the carb, nice and clean, a little bit stained, but to be expected with its age. Just went and bumped all of this, but yeah, there's all our jets, needles, all the stuff that needs to be clean. Floats nice and clean. Look at how small that little needle is. That's what I printed up last night. Just to block that off. And then the float bowl was actually a bit stained inside, and I thought it's probably going to collect up some muck there, so just bead blasted that quick, and that's come out like new on the inside. So let's go ahead and throw this thing together. Half one, okay, that one's set. Half, one and a half, two and a half, three and a half. Squeaky clean again, a little bit stained, but nothing wrong with that. Final piece of the puzzle. Okay, I was gonna put plastics back first, but let's fuel it up. Let's see if this thing runs. I wonder how many years it hasn't run for. Open our fuel tap. Choke on. Give it a sec just to get fuel in. That should be it. Oh, okay. Bring that idle up a quarter turn. She's back, baby. Let's get the plastics on. Let's give this thing a ride. Straight away, I've just put a bar pad so I don't knock my teeth out if I land a jump. A tall seat, the old seat, as you know, comes out just a little bit shallower than the tall seat, so that should add a bit of comfort as well. Yeah, feels pretty comfy with the tall seat. Next episode we're going to do the wider foot pegs, top triple clamps. I'm going to look for a set of bars in the meanwhile. I'll be sorting out the brakes, all of that sort of stuff. We're going to do a sticker kit. We're partnering up with a local company to do stickers. That's going to make this thing look like a badass, almost like my KDX 125. So like a mini version of that rather. So let's see what this thing feels like. Hey, good thing I've worked on a thing or two, hey? She's alive! Oh, baby! Hey, Okay guys, I'm really impressed so far. We'll only know what a sort of CRF killer it can be once the mods start rolling in. Like I said, I definitely do want to do a stainless steel pipe for this thing. We'll probably change out the carb at that point, and let's see, maybe you guys recommend a good big bore kit for me and we put that in. But let's see if she'll wheelie right off the bat. Ooh, feels a bit pup on the low end. Alrighty, that's a little bit pup there. I wonder if there's something I must do to the gearing here. Woo! Oh yeah, baby! Woo! Oh yeah! Woo-hoo-hoo! We're also gonna have to do a service on this bad boy. I got the oil filter already, so it's the last little bits now. But guys, we've got a Cowie in the building.